Right. Hey gang, what's going on? So we're going to do the final video in the half marathon training series, okay? It's 6 key workouts and strategies for a sub 105 half marathon. We're talking sub 5-minute mile running here, okay? This is one of the top milestones to achieve in a half marathon. Now it only gets much faster after this. And again, I'm going to pivot next to the marathon. We're going to do 6 workouts and key strategies for a bunch of key milestones. So be sure to subscribe to this channel before you leave, especially if you're a coach or an athlete. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you know exactly when these videos come out. And share this with other runners and coaches that you might know. I've got pretty much 400 videos on this channel for you, for free. Okay, and I'm also going to do a fully detailed training plan for those that are want to use their fitness into track now that cross country is ending, okay, or is over for the most part, and for 800 mile, 3K, 5K, and stuff like that. So I'm going to have 12-week fully detailed training programs on that as well, and that's going to be on my members only. So membership is $5 a month, just so that if you know. And it'll serve as a coaching clinic for you as well. So I highly encourage you to take a look at that as well. It'll be broken down by the day, by the week for you, with everything you can think of inside there. So something to look out for as well. But now let's get into these 6 workouts, okay? Number 1 is a repeatable 10-mile run. This is something to do like 3 times, early season, mid-season, and late season. The goal is to build towards half marathon pace, which is 4:55 to 4:56 per mile, or 3:03 to 3:04 per kilometer. Let's just say the first time you do it at 5:15 to 5:16 per mile, 20 seconds slower. The next time you do it, 5:05 to 5:06, 10 seconds slower. The last time you do it, 4:55 to 4:56. That's kind of a way you could do it, or accordingly. You do is what you need is appropriate in terms of pace ranges and stuff like that. But it's a great way to gauge your fitness throughout the season. And again, early, mid to late season is a good way to do it, and we can continually check the fitness as well. Next up is alternating long runs. Okay, long runs should be a staple of the training. At this point, you're probably up to 16, 17 miles. Let's just say, for the most part, okay, at this level you should be at there. And if not, if you need a little bit less, or you're athlete a little bit less, a little bit more, you adjust accordingly. But we're starting at 90 seconds slower than half marathon pace and working down to half marathon pace, which is 6:25 per mile down to 4:55 per mile, okay, in the alternating long run, okay. And then on the other run, you go on 7 minutes to about 6 minutes per mile, okay. It's a little bit more easier long run, but the harder long run is done every other week. And again, 6:25 down to 4:55 per mile, which is 4 minutes down to 3:04 per kilometer. And the easier long run is 7 minutes to 6 minutes per mile, or 4:21 to 3:44 per kilometer. This is something you should do, or I encourage you to do every week. Okay, alternate. And again, the easier run can be a little bit shorter too. That way you're not going super long every single weekend. Or you could do 2 on 1 off, 3 on 1 off, whatever you feel is most appropriate. This is where coaching with the eyes comes into play. Okay, next is a cut down. Okay, 5K. Okay, with a 5-minute recovery at half marathon pace, which is 4:55 to 4:56, or 3:03 to 3:04 per kilometer. Then you do a 4K with a 4-minute rest, half marathon pace again, same paces per mile and per kilometer. Then a 3K with a 3-minute recovery at half marathon pace, same pace per kilometer and mile. Okay, then you drop down to a 2K with a 2-minute recovery at 10K pace, which is 4:41 to 42 per mile, or 2:55 to 2:56 per kilometer. And lastly, you do a 1K effort, 10K down to 5K pace. So it's 4:42 down to 4:31 per mile, or 2:56 down to 2:49 per kilometer. Okay, it's a drop in progression, but again, it's 15 kilometers worth of running. So you're looking at a little over 9 miles worth of hard running. So again, adjust accordingly. So if you can't handle it, if your athletes can't handle it, do a little bit less. Cut the 5K or cut the 1K. Do something that you need to do. Okay. It's a great way to get progressively faster. Next up is a staple workout. 6 times a mile with a 2:30 recovery, progressing from half marathon to 10K pace, or for those that might need a little bit less, shorter reps, 9 times 1,200 meters or 8 times 1,200 meters with a 2-minute recovery at the same half marathon at a 10K pace. So it's 4:55 to 4:41 per mile if you do a mile reps, or 3:03 to 2:55 per kilometer, or if you're doing 1,200 meter reps, you're looking at 3:41 down to 3:30 per rep, or 3:03 down to 2:55 per kilometer. Okay, and again, the mile reps, you have 2:30 recovery. The 1,200 meter reps, you got a 2-minute recovery. So great alternating distances as well. Next up is another type of cut down, but again, a little bit shorter reps. Here you got 4 times a mile with a 230 recovery, 4 times an 800 with a 2-minute recovery, and 4 times 400 with a 1-minute recovery. Okay, this adds up as well. You're looking at 6-7 miles worth of running. And again, not every workout needs to be super long. Not every workout needs to be super short. You can do speed fartleks like you see in my other videos as well. But the mile reps are a half marathon at 10K pace, so it's 455 to 441 per mile, 230 recovery. The 800s are at 10K to 5K pace progression, which is 221 to 215 per rep. And then the 400s are at 5K down to 3K pace progression, which is 68, to 65 per rep, or 108 to 105 per rep. And the equivalent, okay, for the mile repeats are 304 to 255 per kilometer, 255 down to 249 per kilometer for the 800s, and 249 down to 241 per kilometer for the 400s. So progressively getting faster throughout the workout as well. And last up, okay, we have another workout. This is a 5-mile continuous run at half marathon pace. You take a 5-minute active recovery, and then you do 10 times the speed fartlek, 130 hard, 130 easy. That's going to be a 10K pace down to 5K pace. So the 5-mile continuous run is at 455 to 456. You need to know what it feels like to be running this rhythm, okay, for an extended period of time. And then the 5-minute active recovery, and then you do a speed fartlek. So it teaches you how to accelerate when you're already fatigued, teaches you how to run faster towards the back end of these types of things, okay? And that is 441 down to 431 per mile, or 255 down to 249 per kilometer. And the equivalent kilometer for the half marathon pace is 303 to 304 per mile. So this is another great workout. These are all good workouts that you could utilize as a coach or an athlete. I hope you find them interesting. And again, hit the thumbs up if you enjoy this stuff. I'm going to be doing, again, we're going to transition to the marathon. But while we do that, now that we're getting into track season, we're going to start incorporating fully detailed training programs so that you can utilize or to analyze and turn into your own for your athletes. And it'll be broken down as for a 12-week season or a 15-week season. So with all different types of paces in there. And again, I hope you look forward to that. Those are members only training plans, but it's going to act again as a training program. And any member or any person who buys a membership also has access to me for a coaching clinic. We can do a coaching clinic for an hour to go over any one of those videos that you'd like to go over. So, and any one of these videos as well, if you want to go a fully detailed training program for something else, those things come with the membership as well. And again, the memberships are, I think, they're $5 a month or something like that. So take a look at the membership options that are there, and you'll have full access to me as well. So any other questions, reach out to me, blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. I'm happy to help, and have a great week. Train hard, train smart, and I'll talk to you next time.